Salt, sugar, fat. How the Food Giants Hooked Us by Michael Moss is an eye-opening expose of the food industry and its manipulation of our taste buds, health, and well-being. The book delves into the history of processed foods, focusing on the three key ingredients that have been used to create addictive products: salt, sugar, and fat. Moss meticulously documents how these ingredients are added to foods in precisely calculated amounts to maximize flavor and shelf life, while also triggering our brains to crave more. The book begins by exploring the origins of processed foods in the late 19th century. As America industrialized and urbanized, people were increasingly removed from their agricultural roots. Food manufacturers saw an opportunity to create convenient, shelf-stable products that could be mass-produced and sold to a growing population. The first processed foods were canned fruits and vegetables, which were preserved with salt. As refrigeration technology improved, dairy products became more widely available. Pasteurization and homogenization allowed milk to be safely consumed without spoiling, but it also altered its flavor. Food scientists discovered that adding sugar to milk could restore its natural sweetness and make it more appealing to consumers. This led to the creation of condensed milk, which could be stored unrefrigerated and became a staple in pantries across America. The use of sugar in processed foods continued to expand throughout the 20th century. Candy bars, soft drinks, and breakfast cereals all relied on sugar to make them palatable. Food manufacturers also began to use high-fructose corn syrup, a cheaper alternative to sugar, to sweeten their products. As these foods became more popular, the average American diet became increasingly rich in added sugars. At the same time, advances in technology allowed food scientists to extract and concentrate fat from various sources. Margarine, a low-cost alternative to butter, was created by emulsifying vegetable oils with water and milk solids. Trans fats, which were created through a process called hydrogenation, made margarine more stable and allowed it to be used in a wider variety of products. The use of trans fats in processed foods exploded in the mid-20th century, as they were found to extend shelf life and improve flavor. The combination of salt, sugar, and fat in processed foods created a perfect storm of addictiveness. These ingredients not only enhanced flavor, but also triggered reward pathways in the brain that made people crave more. Food manufacturers were quick to capitalize on this knowledge, using taste tests and focus groups to determine the optimal amounts of salt, sugar, and fat in their products. They also employed sophisticated marketing campaigns to create brand loyalty and associate their products with positive emotions and memories. One of the most successful marketing strategies employed by the food industry was targeting children. Moss explains how companies like Kellogg's and General Mills created mascots and advertisements specifically designed to appeal to children, who lacked the ability to distinguish between healthy and unhealthy foods. This strategy was so effective that it led to the creation of a new market segment, the adult consumer. The book also explores the role of government regulation in the food industry. While some regulations, such as the Nutrition Labeling and Education Act of 1990, have been put in place to protect consumers, they have largely failed to address the issue of processed food addiction. The food industry has been successful in lobbying against stricter regulations and shaping existing policies to their advantage. In addition to its focus on the history and manufacturing of processed foods, Salt, Sugar, Fat also discusses the health consequences of consuming these products. Excessive consumption of salt, sugar, and fat has been linked to a host of health problems, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Moss provides numerous examples of individuals and families who have struggled with these health issues as a result of their diets. The book concludes with a call to action, urging consumers to become more informed about the food they eat and to demand greater transparency from the food industry. Moss suggests that individuals should strive to eat more whole, unprocessed foods and be mindful of the amount of salt, sugar, and fat in their diets. He also advocates for stronger government regulation and greater accountability from the food industry. Overall, Salt, Sugar, Fat is an essential read for anyone interested in understanding the complex web of forces that have shaped the modern food industry and its impact on our health and well-being. Through meticulous research and compelling storytelling, Michael Moss provides a comprehensive overview of the history, manufacturing, marketing, and health consequences of processed foods, while also offering thought-provoking suggestions for how we might create a healthier food system in the future.